Is it just me? Or there's a lot of people been saying that fall 2025 is one of the weakest lineups in recent months. There's a lot of dooming and hating about, the fall schedule. Right here, I have, the schedule here, and we can look at a better picture on AnyChart later on to kind of do a comparison sake. But I mean, just even looking at this, right? Like, what do we have for the anime releases for fall? Hero Without a Class Who Even Needs Skills. I love this anime because of how trashy and, just right up our alley is. It's one of those slop junk food power fantasy of a guy who's been overlooked and actually is OP. Dust Beyond the End was actually really interesting. I liked this a lot because it was the AI anime where, spoiler alert, plot twist at the end, yeah, something bad happens. But like the overall tone and the way that PA Works, worked on this anime direction of episode 0, I thought was fantastic. While Last Boss appeared, we already checked that out. It was fun. It was hype. It was very like old fashioned in a way that they do the art style. Not even. Like a lot of people say this is like an old series that's being adapted. I thought that this studio that's working on it, it looks really good. The action sequences are hype. It's bouncy. It's dynamic. And the plot, it's again in our alley. Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai, yeah, we watched it. It was a pretty low-key anime, right? Very cozy, chill anime, nothing too crazy about. I thought about watching Yano-kun's Ordinary Days, but we decided to skip it for now. Let me know if you guys actually care about it. Don't know this. My Awkward Senpai, and there's a bunch of other animes like this that's coming up, right? MHA, Spy Family. There is obviously, Uma Musume as well. One Punch Man's coming. It's not like this is a dead season, but a lot of people are dooming about this shit. Let's read some of the comments. Gonna cancel all Saturday plans for the next 3 months. Okay, because Saturday nights are for my friend's little sister has it in for me. We will be checking that out. We will be checking that one out. What else is there too? Hold up. What are some of the other comments? I want to look at the Doom ones. Why is nobody mentioning Gintama? Because Gintama is like a boomer anime that you have to be 13 seasons deep into or you just won't know. Can't wait for Cinderella Grey. We already talked about the state of affairs for Uma Musume. It's looking unfortunate. Rip. Crazy how at least 10 to 15 shows this summer's look good. Then we get this dreadful of a follow-up season. Is it dreadful? Was summer that bad? Sorry, that good? Like, am I crazy? Because I feel like summer wasn't that insane. Like, Dandadan Season 2 is a crazy title. It wasn't that insane. Dress Up Darling was a huge letdown with the way that they finished it. Remember, one of my favorite arcs adapted in the festival arc, but meh. Gachakuda's still going. I think Fragrant Flower was actually peak. I think Kaiju 8 was just dead. I think Summer Hikaru Dot is a very overrated anime, but it's still an above average anime. I think Called a Night was great. Don't know about Bunny Girl Senpai. Water Magician, what a fucking letdown that was. Secrets of the Silent Witch, another peak anime. Don't know Krivates. That was like surprisingly good. This is low-key mid. This is kind of good. There's like, was this season that cracked? Why are people parading around, summer season as like the most insane thing? I feel like a lot of people just kind of go off of headlines on what is popular, right? They look at like, oh my God, Dandadan's coming. Oh my God, Dress Up Darling. Yo, Kaiju 8. Like, basically, people only can recognize super popular top shows without actually watching it or understanding about it and say, this season is lit, this season is not. Because when I, again, look at fall, let's look at fall. One Punch Man is pretty huge. Like, there are big names. MHA, Spy Family. These are sequels, though, I guess, right? And Campfire Cooking in Another World. This is one's going to be fun. My Status is Assassin Opposite Succeeds the Heroes. The Monster Wants to Eat Me. We're going to watch that today. My friend's little sister will be checking that out, right? May I watch that one last thing? That's going to be a funny one. That's going to come out tomorrow with the girl punching the shit out of the guy. Sanda looks like another crazy-ass anime coming from Science Sour, right? What else? PA Works, we already talked about this. I wanted to check out My Awkward Senpai, but unfortunately we can't because of copyright stuff. JC Staff is coming with like a really fun, anime here too. Unlimited Gacha, backstabbed in a backdoor dungeon, right? Uma Musume, right? Dude, there's like a lot of good animes where I think like just because your like awareness of what may be a big title isn't here doesn't mean it's bad. I think this is like a tourist ass fucking take, genuinely. I think if you actually think that like fall 2025 is completely dead, and I actually go and think about like what we watched in summer and fall, I don't think that it's a dead season. What was spring like? Spring had, oh, this is actually 2026. I think fall is actually fine. I think fall has a lot of, you know, great shows, but it's kind of like this. So let me give you an example. If we have like a comparison of like fall, for example, right? We got summer and fall right over here. And I'm trying to give you, maybe this won't really make sense, but I'm trying to give you like, so this is summer, right? We got summer here. And we have fall over here, okay? And the reason I'm bringing this in is, I think that if we look at the amount of hype shit in summer, basically look at it like this, right? This is basically, the rating here is, you know, from here and here, what I'm trying to show you is like a chart where this is like peak, and this is trash, okay? And maybe I'm just drawing an arbitrary graph. I think summer had a lot of big names that, you know, might maybe this isn't right. Maybe it's more like this, right? Maybe something like that. What I'm trying to show you is these are the amount of like hyped up crazy animes that a lot of people are kind of talking about based on like, oh my god, Dan Dan Dan, oh my god, Gachakuda's coming out, oh my god, Dress Up Darling, like all these shows that people are talking big about. Whoa, Bunny Girl Senpai's coming back, blah 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 blah, right? I think it's just a bunch of people going off of headlines and they think it's like top loaded. But when I look at fall, yeah, maybe it's not as big, but I think that like, you know, so the comparison here is this area, right? Relatively, what I'm trying to show you is this is the area that like I think that fall has. Do you understand this graph? No, it's not a bunch of mid. But I'm saying there's a bunch of middle of the pack animes that is like good and great here that there is more of compared to summer, and people only recognize like the top loaded one without thinking the overall like actual like surface area of how many animes there are. And yeah, I do agree that compared to like summer, fall doesn't really have that many like titles that is front leading, like defining the season, other than some crazy seasonal like sequels, some sequels like MHA, Spy Family, One Punch Man, and so on. But I genuinely believe there's going to be a bunch of other animes here, and it's like this every time, right? As a person that forces themselves to literally watch every single fucking seasonal anime to make content out of, I've noticed that most of the times people go off of headlines of something is huge, therefore it's a super, super hype season. But they don't actually understand there's so many other animes that goes underlooked because of lack of marketing or lack of popularity, but it's actually great anime. And if we look at winter 2026, I do agree, winter's looking fucking cracked, right? Why is it cracked? I think these two titles alone are insane. But not only that, we got Oshinoko coming too, right? Look at this shit. JJK Season 3, Frieren, Oshinoko Season 3, even Fate Strange Fake. Fire Force is actually not done yet. Okay, they got a final season coming out. They got, you know, Prison. Oh my god, Chain Soldier. Sentenced to be a Hero got delayed. It's over here. Metals is going to be an amazing anime that a lot of people look, you know, basically don't give it enough credit. MHA Vigilantes will I be absolutely watching that. And you know what? Yes, there are significantly more notable hype titles coming in winter that a lot of people are going to be talking about. And this probably is going to be the biggest season of anime in a while that we'll have, right? But I think the comparative difference between summer and fall are just the difference of the top ones that people think are missing, when at the end of the day, there's plenty of other anime here that a lot of people don't even fucking know about. And it's just, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think about fall 2025. I think that it's perfectly fine. I think the next 3 months are going to be cozy, nothing too crazy. We're not going to be making insane moves, but we'll be covering a lot of these animes and have fun with it. And when January comes, bro, dear Lord, the floodgates are gonna be fucking lifted.